go first. Stands a pretty easy mulligan here. We're looking for things to do long before the 4th turn of the game. Even though we have the Titania's Majesty, which is the deck's namesake card in it, we're looking for, like, Howling Braves or Righteous Outlaws or something like that. This hand has the cards we were looking for, but it only has one resource. It is a Ruby, so we cannot play Howling Brave, so I guess we're going to 5. This hand's not exciting, but it does have a play before the 4th turn of the game. Opponent also going to 5. Have ourselves a good old-fashioned cripple fight. Some of the best TCG games I've played are just like where both players are kind of strapped on resources. So, Might Singer is kind of a way that we can unmulligan in this game. Might Singer is a 2/2 for 2 with Crush that says every time we gain a wild threshold, if the top card of our deck is a troop, we get to draw it. Otherwise, it gets inserted randomly back into our deck. Aborian Rootfather is kind of expensive here. He costs 7, but he has the ability to pay 2 and put him from our hand back into our deck and then draw a new card. And he gets cheaper when we do that. Opponent Cottontail Explorer into a Shard there. Grab a Wild Threshold here, see the top card of our deck as a troop. And it was another Might Singer, so let's play this other Might Singer out. Let's go ahead and play this Howling Brave, which gives us a Wild Threshold, which will trigger both of these Might Singers. Oh gosh, I'm having flashbacks to Standard. My opponent's just putting all of their things out. Attack with my 2/2 with Crush. These also have the line of text that says, this is the Bride of the Dam type card for Wild. It says, at the start of your turn, if you have 5 Wild Thresholds, it gets +5/+5 permanently, so it kind of quickly grows out of control. Opponent played a Shroomshaw. This is a 1/1 for 1 that when it dies, it summons 2 Battle Hoppers. Another Howling Brave. Play this out. Trigger my Might Singers. See if we get some troops back into our hand. Whoa! Man, we're running good. Let's play this out. Get our 5th Wild Threshold. So next turn, these are going to turn into 7/7s. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to play this Ruiner out. I guess we could realistically get Extinctioned, right? Like, that's a thing that happens in Immortal. Destroy all troops or force. I guess we're just gonna pass here. Like, we're pretty far ahead on board. Maybe I didn't even need to play out this Ruiner Hierophant, honestly. Maybe I'm just supposed to play this Howling Brave to try and draw more cards with these in case they sweep us up. I was gonna play this and then play the Howling Brave, but I kinda don't want to run into an Extinction here. Maybe it was worth it just because this is the upside to draw cards and it gives us more resources for next turn. I could see that being the case. Getting their Naive Lackey back to their hand? Sure. So, Might Singer was really popular in Standard before the rotation because Howling Brave allowed you to get Wild Thresholds more quickly. So it's really just not fast enough at this point. There isn't a really powerful mono Wild deck in Standard, and Might Singer's power level is much lower if you're not hitting the 5 Wild Thresholds consistently. So these are both going to turn into 7/7s here, you know, fair and balanced. I'm going to play out the Surging Wildfire. And then I'm going to go ahead and Champ Power my Surging Wildfire. So it becomes a 4/7, and this says, if you haven't played Limited before, it says when it attacks, it gains +1 power permanently from the Rage, and it deals damage equal to its power to each opposing champion. So I'm just going to spash with everything here. They take 5 from the trigger on this, and then we've got 14, 19 Crush power, and then 5 non-Crush power coming across, so they should just be dead here. Alright, so Opponent is playing some kind of mid-range Kaigalichu deck. Probably wouldn't mind having some Crocosaurs to help, another Crocosaur to help grind them out a little bit. Maybe another Arborean Root Father. And go ahead and gem this up with speed and plus power when we do that. I think I'm gonna trim Righteous Outlaw in this matchup. My opponent's got a lot of like random 1/1s that are good at blocking that. There's a non-zero chance they have Crusaders in their deck, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and board in these Pyre Strikes. Let's go ahead and submit like this. Age of Dreams seems good for the conversion. I don't think they're a Hideous Conversion combo deck, do you? Sand seems a little bit slow. Probably supposed to mulligan this at 7. They could just be a Crusader deck with like some interesting choices. Yeah, I think I could do better than this at 6. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. Okay. Probably play Lifeleer Stunt too. Gives me an extra temporary resource at the start of my turn, so lets me play 2/2 drops on 3. Opponent does Cottontail Explorer and hits a resource there. Okay, Majesty's pretty good. Go ahead and grab a Ruby here and then put the Lifeleerist into play. And then next turn, we'll have 3 resources because the Lifeleerist, and then this will make us 4, so we can go Mightsinger into 4th resource into 2nd Lifeleerist, and then we can play Titania's Majesty the following turn, assuming they don't kill anything. Naive Lackey draws him a card when it dies. Kind of annoying, but not too important. They are a Hideous Conversion deck. Okay. Wonder what kind of combo they're playing. Alright, we'll play Mightsinger. Play Wild Shard. Alright, I was going to say I'm not sure if I want to do Lifeleerist or Howling Brave, but drawing another Howling Brave means just going Howling Brave, sounds super appealing. I'm going to go ahead and just attack with this Lifeleerist here. They could sacrifice this at will to the Hideous Conversion anyways. What you got? What you got? What you got, opponent? Do you have some kind of obnoxious combo kill for me? Yep. This actually nets them a resource, so yeah, I'm just going to auto-pass and let them do their thing. This lets them sacrifice a troop to gain a resource. Activated their champion power there. Block one of these, I guess. Yeah, that's true too. Although, using temporary resources to ramp into Horrors of War doesn't seem particularly efficient. Alright, play this. Trigger Mightsinger. Play Titania's Majesty. We get to look at the top 5 cards of our deck and put a troop from among them into play. This is our combo, so we get a Borean Root Father here. And this Borean Root Father will come into play with double damage. And when a Borean Root Father comes into play, he gives plus power equal to his power to something else like control. So he's an 8/8 with double damage. And he's going to give +8/+8 to my Mightsinger, and then I'm going to go ahead and give the old Borean Root Father Crush here. And we're attacking for 22, 32, 33, 34, 35. So we aggroed them out last game. In this game, we got our little tight combo finishing into the Titania's Majesty. Got ourselves an Immortal ticket. Ticket. Let's keep another one of those. If anyone would like to play Immortal, feel free to come in and hop on in the queue. We can battle. Get our battle on. How do you save your deck with the shards on the sides? Is there a code word for it or something? Yeah, if you use bracket and then type ruby in all capital or wild in all capital or sapphire or diamond in all capital and then close bracket, you'll get the resource symbol in the deck name. Updating hex now. If you don't find a match, it should be on soon, or just queue up after if you find one. Sweet. The next championship, I believe, is next weekend. Yeah, just like those. Good guy, folks in chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a helpful community. We got a live one. We are ready to Rune Ear Hierophant our opponent out of the game. Tron Dragon with the Urgnok Q. I'd love to go first. We're going to have ourselves a little bit of an aggressive race here. This hand would be really good if it had a ruby shard in it too, but just one resource is not going to be keepable. This hand's great. It's basically the other hand with an extra shard in it. It depends on what you enjoy. I played the campaign for about 2 hours, and then I ended up buying into a PvP deck because I generally play games like Hex and Magic for the competitive outlet, so the PvP is really what speaks to me as a player. Scorch! Rude. This costs 0 resources and deals 1 damage to something. This Righteous Outlaw is going to be great until it gets burned here. So Righteous Outlaw is a 2-1 with speed that when it diligences, that means when it readies, it gets to either make a Valor or transform. There's the burned. My troops are dropping like flies! And the Urgnok control deck over here. Half Pastero, you can just buy plat and then buy stuff off the auction house. You can also, hexprimal.com is a website that buys and sells Hex TCG cards. They're one of my sponsors for the stream. So you can just literally go to hexprimal.com, paste a deck list full of cards into their quick buy tool, and add them to the cart and then check out with PayPal or credit card. But you can also buy platinum and then use the in-game currency to buy stuff through the auction house as well. I think I'm just supposed to take this hit here. It's just a 3-1. This is Might Singer as a way to generate some card advantage potentially if I draw some resources. Alright, play him a second Righteous Outlaw. Attack for 4. The Urgnok deck is usually a deck that's like full of 1-cost troops, so it looks like they're flooding out a little bit here. They haven't actually played any 1-cost troops yet. Usually they have a lot of them. Hey, am I quick? Yeah, Fate Weave is sick. The 1-cost diamond card is very, very good. I personally am really looking forward to getting to Dirtle with 4 Arcane Focus and 4 Guidance. Like, that just sounds, ooh, baby. Just everything I want to be doing in life. Same thing they are in other digital games, JW. You'd either sell to other players, you can sell to one of the stores. They have buy lists. So I'm going to turn this guy into the Scarlet Outlaw here. When he attacks, he's going to shoot down my opponent's blocker. We drew another Righteous Outlaw. It's pretty good. So this guy gets to deal 2 here and 2 to my opponent. All I want to do is dirtle with consistency. Just dirtle with consistency. Okay, so my opponent's playing an aggressive, low to the ground deck, so we want to bring in our Burns and our Carnosaurs. Croc's kind of a sweeper. I think we actually just basically want to board our combo out in matchups like this, so I'm going to cut the Arborean Root Fathers and the Titania's Majesty, which just like drags our curve all the way down to the ground here. What's going on, Mr. Can't Catter? Another long day. I'm doing long streams on Monday now. We've been going for about 5 hours. We're going to keep on going for another hour here. We started with Magic, and we rolled right on into the Hex today. I'm going to draw again here. So we have a Slow Shard for our first resource, but we have a Burn. I think that balances each other out here. I'm going to keep this. They have a lot of 1-drops like they often do. This thing can be a little bit slow. There's a 3-power 1-drop. Failroot Acorn is probably the best draw in our deck there, outside of a Ruby resource. We just get to play that, and we get to go ahead and burn Bolt Spasm. I'm going to wait and burn it as a quick action, because my opponent's champion power gives the troop +1 power permanently, so they might target the Bolt Spasm with that. I'm going to kill this before they attack. I think you'd like this deck I'm playing a lot, Kidder. It's basically a monster-style deck with, like, Titania's Majesty as a combo finish occasionally. Another Failroot Acorn is actually a fine draw, because Failroot Acorn, when we don't need a threshold, can gain us 3 life, which is good against the aggressive deck. Yeah, I changed something. The big thing I changed was I added Life Lyrist, I think, and I added a couple Crocs to the main. Yeah, right? That's always the question, like, how good is this against Greedy Kaigu X? This is going to get real scary. When they have no cards in hand, this turns into a 4/4. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything I can do much this turn, so I'm just going to play this Ruby out and then play this Life Lyrist and pass back. I want to trade this with their 3/1 is going to be the question. If they can play both the cards out of their hand, we're taking a lot of damage. It's looking like they can. Nope, they didn't play their last... Oh, maybe it's a Crushing Blow? Oh, God. It's got to be a Crushing Blow, right? So if it's a Crushing Blow, that gives an attacking troop +2/+2 in Crush. So that would make that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'd go to 8. Yeah, I'm just going to not block, because I really don't want to get Crushing Blowed out this turn. And I think they're going to Crushing Blow even if I don't block, because they want to give this plus power and this plus power. Yeah, exactly. Heart plus shoot next turn is good. And we could use this Failroot Acorn to gain some life. Yep, there's the Crushing Blow. Croc. Okay, now the fact that we drew the Croc means we might need this to make a wild, so I'm going to hold on to it for a second. I'm going to play this, and I'm going to go ahead and Valor the Heart of Embers, so that way I can block their 4/4. I'm going to shoot down their 3/3 here. Want to dodge like another Crushing Blow here. Stalagmate, sure. So they really don't have good attacks here, and then this Croc's going to come down and kind of devour their board. The Stalagmite is actually kind of good for us, because it means the Croc can eat the 4 and the 1 and not die. Garn's a good draw, too. Play this out. Yeah. Stop roar here. Eat these 2 Dorkos. That's probably the game. Oh, turns that into a 1/1/2 because they lost their only orc. It's good for us. Let's just get an attack in here and start closing the game out. Then surging Wildfire into Karn lets us kill them next turn, most likely. Yeah, whenever the Croc leaves through its fight trigger, it's just, like, kind of unreal. And that's the thing that's sweet about this deck, right? Like, in addition to, we just turn the corner so quickly when we stabilize against these aggressive decks. So this is my 5/6 left over. My 5/6, my double removal spell left behind a body that could win the game. It's not the worst. Thanks for queuing up, Tron. I do appreciate it. I'm going to mute myself for just a second. I'm getting a phone call. It was the AC repair place, my air conditioning unit. We tried to turn it on yesterday for the first time because it was 90 degrees outside, and it's not working, so we're going to have someone coming by soon. Ooh, the Kent Ketter. That seems okay. If Kent doesn't have a 1-drop because we're on the play, this Righteous Outlaw could often take over the game. I love Scrub stomping in the Immortal queue. Can't get her. We're coming for you. Oh, that's a 1-drop that doesn't block Righteous Outlaw profitably. We do need to draw some resources here. If he doesn't have a removal spell, this is going to get to eat one of his nerds next turn, which is good for us. Peace, Jeb. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good evening. What you got? What you got? What you got, opponent? Kent commenting that he had a turn 1 Conjurer, and he did not lead on it because he wanted to get the Quashi going, but the Righteous Outlaw thoroughly punished him for that. I told Kent he should get good. We just want to draw resources for like the next 3 turns. I'd love to turn into the Scarlet Swordsman to kill your guy. Hey, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, hey, yo, hey, yo, do 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 do. So Titania's Majesty is the only card that's ever been banned in the history of Hex's standard format. Weird. Oddly like Marvel. TCG should probably stay away from that design. It's weird when you cheat on resources. How much you got? Vroom, vroom. Don't play a Crusader. Don't play a Crusader. Don't play a Crusader. Ah, I asked you not to play a Crusader, King Kidder. This has flight on attack, not life drain, so that's good for us. Are you offering this trade? I'll take it. I'll take it every time. Might Singer is not getting big anytime soon. Shard? Shard? That's unfortunate. Wait, Shard there, we could have Wildfired and Champ Powered and crunched in. Marvel and Coco had a baby, a big, ugly, scary baby. Oh, geez, are we about to get got? Don't have it. Don't have the Brilliant Tactician. Don't have the oh, God, he's got the Brilliant Tactician. Yep. Well, we tried, fam. This says whenever their troops ready, they get +2/+2. So, we did. And this card has quad mobilize, so even though it has an 8 up here, Kent was able to exhaust 4 troops he controls to make it free. So, we did. Was this turn good? If so, why? Yep. So want our Burns and our Carnosaurs and our Crocs. And again, I think we're just supposed to be less combo, more a little bit kind of control-y against these other aggressive decks. Maybe I'm supposed to have Strikes because of their Crusaders. Outlaw's pretty good. Play Might Singer's a little medium minus. Convoke doing Convoke things. Yeah, basically. Love to go first. Seems pretty good. If Kent is a turn 1 blocker that can get in the way of Righteous Outlaw, we'll get to play Life Lyrist and Surging Wildfire. Chord for Crater Hoof, right? Huzzah! Never learns, yep. Has the decree of banishing this time around to avoid my Dorko. So, I think with that in mind, we're just going to play this Spell Shield Ruiner Hierophant on 2. Every time this deals damage to my opponent, we get a 3/3 with Crush. 10 out of 10 playing this out to get the second wild, because we might gain life with this Pharaoh Root Acorn down the line. Howdy, Tribunal Magistrate. Good afternoon to you, too. The question is, they are attacking. Just when in doubt, to aggro them out here. Not trading with either of these. Definitely want to make some friends this turn. Okay, I'll stick it Ruby with this. So I can go ahead and go Karn, eat the Righteous Outlaw, Life Lyrist so we can heart. Yeah, the new, it's, every time Hex releases a new set, it kind of gives me a little bit more faith that, like, because the thing that, like, kills TCGs is, like, I just said, like, way too many times, is, the thing that definitely kills TCGs is running out of good ideas, and the Hex team has just, like, consistently been putting up innovative, new things that are just, like, interesting, and especially that, like, reduce variance fantastically. Kent just said he needed to take a moment to let this sink in that this was a standard playable thing at one point. Ardent Crusader, sure. It's not big enough to block my rabbit. My body is ready for the keyword Fiesta control decks. Are we dead yet, Kent Ketter? Oh yeah, we're dead. That's gonna be exciting. And remember, the gems are gonna change. The gems are gonna change with the new set too. Some of them, at least. I don't think all of them will change every time, but some of them will change. Around the draw for this game. See how it goes. Kent's deck could definitely be a little aggressive. Maybe I was supposed to trim some Righteous Outlaws on the draw. Very possible. Man, this ugly battle board. Yeah, I agree, Rogue. But they could also, like, introduce a mix of new ones, and I could see them changing all of them, with a mix being, like, half are gems we've already had and half are new ones, etc. This Karn's about to be great, because this Carnosaur is going to be able to eat this Quash Ridge without, it's going to be able to eat the Quash Ridge Tusker without dying, which is good. They probably have a troop here that they're going to be able to exhaust to make this Llama Herder larger. Yep. Are they going to turn this into a 4-4? Blocks. So the new set, they don't have a release date yet. It'll probably be sometime in the next month. Rotation happens with every even numbered set. Cards rotate, so there won't be card rotation until set 8. When set 8 gets released, the two oldest sets will rotate out. So sets 3 and 4 will rotate with set 8, which set 8 will probably won't be releasing until 5 or 6 months from now. Huh. So I think I actually just want to stick this Righteous Outlaw here. This was probably wrong, actually. This Protectorate Defender and this Llama Herder are probably about to mess my world up. Yeah, this might have been loose. Might have been loose here. Because this, I forgot, there was an old gem, this readies with all their Ardent troops. So, they're going to get to attack with this and make another Llama. They're going to chant power here. Oh man, am I dead? I'm dead, aren't I? They get to Llama, exhaust this Llama because they can't attack. And then this will be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16 because they can exhaust this too. Okay, I'm going to 3 here. Going to 2. Nope, 3 is right. I counted correctly. DJ Paul, if you, which halfway competitive activities recommend to test out PvEP? I would recommend I actually have budget articles right here. So it's about, probably a little bit cheaper than that amount even. Yeah, we did. I had vroom. I had a Pyre Strike and we could have used it there to not die quite as hard. Probably should have just killed the Llama Herder, and then we'd have been able to Yeah, probably should have just killed the llama herder. Kenketter with the soul-crushing, one-eye-open defeat. I have it on good authority that there's going to be a lot more spoilers coming very soon. Very, very soon. Always kill the llama herder. Yep, that seems like good quality stuff. If anyone would like to jam some Immortal, feel free to queue on in. Vroom, vroom. Everyone's having a good Monday, just hanging out, playing some Hex TCG. Lost a bunch of money playing Magic Online earlier today. Now we're recuperating with some good interactive TCG play. Coming up. Moving on up. Do 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 do. Be do 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 do. Pandemic with the Angus. Okay, we're gonna have ourselves another race here. Thankfully, having. I'm going to keep the handful of Feral Root Acorns against the burn deck. I think I have 13 or 14 right now. Ah, the scapegoat noises! So scapegoat can't block, and when it becomes blocked, it goes back to their hand as Rage 1 and Speed. I am just not gonna screw around with... we're just gonna gain some life here. Let's just do that. Maybe I should have played one of these on 1 to gain a threshold, so that way if they kill this Might Singer of the Ages... Yeah, that's probably what I should have done. Yep, we're just going to cut on thresholds here if we don't draw another elf. Because these shards need elves in order to do something. Okay, let's put this back into our deck and draw a new card. Alright, we got shards at least. We're 2 turns off of this Titania's Majesty still, which is a little unfortunate. If Majesty hits... Surging Wildfire, we can actually just one-shot them with it, because Surging Wildfire into Champ Power with Majesty's double damage on it just hits for a clean 20 ball. Howling Grave. This is technically a turn late. I guess it blocks the Scapegoat at least, but it doesn't actually accelerate us into anything relevant here. It's interesting that there's, vampires are common. Is there a Mammy Yeti in my future? How dead is my Howling Brave? Find out all this and more on our next episode of Immortal. Psycho Anarchist. Beep, beep. So when this card hits me, we both draw a card. 10 out of 10 have to block the Scapegoat here. We have to draw a couple cards here. Hopefully we find an elf so we can play this Feral Root Acorn and gain some life. Oh, I didn't even think about the ramifications of with Vampire Prince. That's pretty good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. 5 looks at a Surging Wildfire to kill our opponent. A Boring Rootfather also does it. Womp womp. I guess we have an elf now. I think I'm actually just supposed to hold back here. Because next turn I could Majesty into Wildfire or a Boring Rootfather again and kill them. This is very similar to Aetherworks Marvel. You're not wrong. Gotta spin to win. Oh, God. Everything went so terribly wrong. So we're taking 7 here. We're dead to Fireball. Dead to Crackling Bolt. Oh, no. Please have a heart. Oh, jeez. Okay, come on. This is it. Our one last shot. It's a chance to roll. Surging Wildfire comes once. Woo! Hit Ulamog on the Marvel. The old crack you for 20. Attack, trigger 10. Hit you, damage 10. Yeah! Get it! Got it! Good! Alright, definitely want Burns and Carnosaurs. I don't think I want Crocs, and I think Heart of Embers is probably a little slow. I think that's what we're doing. I think we want to leave the Majesties for the free Wildfire wins like that just happened. We did it, fam! The wheel was spun! Victory was had! This hand looks great. It needs a ruby at some point, but it's pretty good. Turn 2 Spell Shield Rune here. If one does not spin, can one truly win? Hey, I'm fly with the hip lingo. I get down with the children. The kids think I'm hip, yo. Hello, fellow youth. Don't matriarch me. Don't matriarch me. Crackling Bolt. Oh, they're spending their burn spells on my dorks. That's really good when I have a Runeer to follow up with. Cause the Runeer's like, can't touch this. Can't touch this. We spell shield. Can't touch this. Cruising in with the $10 subscription for the 17 months, with the upgrade for the Golden Hoogie emote. Let the Golden Hoogies flow. No blocks. Alright, so the goal here is to get the rabbits out of Lasgar's Vengeance range ASAP. Which we do in just 2 turns, so if we don't get Lasgard next turn, we're gonna be A-okay here. So we hit our opponent for 3, which makes a Rhino, which makes our rabbits bigger. They've only attacked once, right? So even if they attack again this turn, their Lasgar's is only gonna go down to... Yeah. That's a lot of Yetis. I think I'm supposed to do this. And then next turn they're taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I just killed them next turn. Hi, Declan. So again, I love this deck because it's like split combo aggro. Like this game, we were just like this mono wild aggro deck with Grandfather Elk. And last game, we, you know, combo killed them the turn before they got us. We definitely need to test this deck against, like, the Lixil deck and stuff like that, but this deck is probably a real contender for what I could play for the Immortal Championship next month. Let's try and see if we can get one more to Pippity Pop here. Pippity Poppity, the fun don't stop it. Thanks for the game, Tribute Majesty. I appreciate you opening the Q Pop. We're getting there. 14 Hex Primal tickets, only 6 more in the next couple weeks. Oh, look at Christy Hoagland giving money to herself. Gotta get those sweet, sweet child emotes. Just stop the lies. That finger pistol emote came out so well. I'm actually pretty happy with the way the Moto Ticket one came out too. We definitely burned Magic Online tickets today. I'm supporting you longer than that, right? Jake's what, you know, over 3 now since the last time I had a real job. All right, this will probably be our last Immortal match for today, and then we'll probably close out. Let's see where the draft queue's at when we're done here, maybe. Moosey. Ooh, Moosey on the Jank bot. And by that, I mean I've got a turn 2 Runeer Hierophant on the play. GG, good luck. It depends on what your goal is, Matt. If your goal is to just play more PvE, you can use it on the Kismet Reserve packs. If your goal is to eventually transition grinding the PvE into PvP cards and playing competitively with the PvP stuff, you probably want to find someone to buy the gold for platinum in the trade chat and then turn that platinum into constructed staples that you can play with, or turn it into limited events. Oaken Ceremony, let's look at the top 5 cards of their deck and put a troop from among them in there. So there is a deck building requirement card in Hex called, God, this hand is insane. It's not called God, this hand. Sorry, I had to pause mid-sentence to just talk about how nuts this hand is. That requires you to have 150 cards in your deck in order to play it. We get to Surging Wildfire next turn and attack with my dorks. And then if we hit a resource in the next 2... No! No! Now I can't attack either because they have a 2-2. No! Watch us just never draw another shard and die. Oh, we're so unlucky. We're just the unluckiest. You were so dead, opponent. You were so dead, opponent. Why did you have to kill my guy? Oh, they don't have a shard. God bless. Oh, never mind. We're still the luckiest. Still the luckiest.
Indeed, Dan.
Say hello to my little friend. Do I want to bring in Nature's Reigns? What would I recommend? I would recommend the third deck list in this article here if you enjoy playing aggressive decks. If you enjoy playing more controlling decks, I would recommend buying into the Valor Bombus deck. That's linked in my Hex decks, links down below. But if you enjoy aristocrat-style aggressive decks, the Redlings deck is one of the best decks, one of the better decks in the format right now, and it's the third deck there. It's reasonably priced as well. I don't actually know what I want to do. Opponent's playing Jankbot. The Righteous Outlaws probably aren't great, especially on the draw. I'm going to bring in the Nature's Reigns to kill his Jankbot. So I'm going to bring in an extra Croc, an extra Rootfather. Comboing here probably isn't the worst, but speed and plus. You're typically super into aggro. I'd recommend the Valor Bombus deck is a very good choice then. I don't think the Horrors of War decks are particularly well positioned, but they're reasonable tier 2 decks. Can we draw a Wild on one so I can have this Howling Brave? Gosh, we're just the unluckiest. This is a 1/1 with lethal, which is actually very good against the Runir Hierophants. It lets them block it and kill it in combat. Man, do we have Runir Hierophants. I'm just going to play the Howling Brave this turn, so that way we have a higher probability of playing the Runir Hierophant next turn, so we can just, like, go Runir into Runir into Runir. One of these things will stick and kill you eventually. So speed, I tweeted out and I posted in the subs Discord. I've pushed my schedule around a little bit for the coming months. Wow, that card's good against us. Whenever this hits an opponent, we get to look at a random card in their hand, and if they find a troop, they get to take it. So let's play this Might Singer. And then let's play this and get a Wild. Vampire King is very good against decks like what we were playing. Let's play this Runir Hierophant. And then I'm going to go ahead and champ power this, so that way even if they block with the Kill Blade, we get a Rhino. So when this hits us, they're going to have a 66% chance to take one of these troops out of our hand and turn it into a vampire on their side of the board. And they took our Runir. My poor Widow Wabbit. Succulent Cluckadon about to get clucked up. This battles my Howling Brave. Womp womp. Let's play Surging Wildfire, I guess. Can't attack profitably into their board, so we just have to pass here. I think the Might Singer chance was better. I still wouldn't have been able to attack this turn if I was one bigger. I'm not sure. It's an interesting question. I didn't talk about it, but obviously the way I did it, I valued the... Yep. This gains them life and draws them cards. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. Got told to go cluck myself. Yep. I'm gonna put the Outlaws back in on the play. Let's do it. I don't think I want Strike. Could be wrong. Look at my sugar mama putting dollars in my can. The Valor Bombus list, if you look in the stream information, there's a button that says Hex Decks. We actually played a little bit with it today on stream as well, so if you didn't catch the earlier part of today's stream, you can definitely catch the archive on YouTube. I've streamed with the deck a number of times. We'll play this out because we're just playing Runeer out next turn. Rawr! Are you a cute little dinosaur, Declan? You see the dinosaur Declan back there? Hanging out, just chilling like a villain. Get in for my 2 points. Might Singer of their own, sure. Yeah, I mean, if you have 4 transmogs, you, like, have the entirety of that control deck, right? Okay, so that's not a Monsoon, then. We're about to get I feel like we're about to get Extinction. Maybe I shouldn't have played the second Runeer out. We're not getting Extinction. Well, that's aces. Yeah, like, so it's funny, I started playing the game at a Magic player's recommendation as well, and, like, just, it really, as far as, like, I play most of the digital TCGs, and, like, this one is definitely the one that stuck with me the most. Hopefully we hit resource next turn so we can champ power this and play 2/2 drops. Resource, perfect. So let's do that. And then I'm going to play this Righteous Outlaw here. And then I'm going to champ power this one. I'm not going to play another troop out here because I want to play around Extinction to the best of my ability. Like, I feel like we're pretty far ahead on board. All done. Thank you for telling me you're all done. You want Super Y? Is that what you want? You want Daniel? Opponent figuring out what their best blocks here. Yeah, and like, it's hard to argue. Like, Magic's standard design team has like been falling on their face in the recent years, and like Hexes has just been consistently knocking it out of the park. That's just good advice for everyone in general too. If you ask in the general chat and the general Hex chats a lot of the time, if you're looking for commons and uncommons, a lot of times people will help out. Don't Extinction me, bro. They don't have Extinction here. They should be pretty dead. That's a 2/2 for 3. Yeah, but Conscript is related to Limited. Conscript is fine in Constructed. I agree that Conscript is medium minus in Limited, but, you know.